guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a pregnancy update video for weeks 12, 13, and 14. I plan on doing videos for every 2 weeks, but this week I kept putting this video off because I wanted to put videos before this, so I decided to just clump these 3 weeks together. If you're new here, I'm lexessaia and I'm pregnant with a sweet little baby boy that I'm so excited for, and I can't wait to announce his name to you guys. I'm currently 15 weeks and 2 days while I'm filming this. I think this video is going to be going out tomorrow, so when I'm 15 weeks and 3 days, and this is the first video I'll be showing my bump because it's finally really showing to where I can show you on camera and it doesn't just look like I had too much Taco Bell. So let's jump into the video. So what I've noticed is a lot of people have different opinions on when the second trimester starts. Me personally, I think it starts when I'm 12 weeks. I go by weeks. I don't even know what month I am. I have to really think about it. I think I'm in my 4th month because I just got out my first trimester. But I classify myself as being in my second trimester when I hit 12 weeks. So, stretching pains. I think this was either the first or second day of me being in my 12th week. I felt my bones just stretching. My bones were sore, my uterus was sore, I just felt the stretch. I felt my bones getting used to something being in there. I also threw up for the first time in my 12th week. So TMI, I have always had stomach problems my entire life. I have told y'all that in my last update video, I think, or I told you that in one of my videos. I struggle with stomach problems, and just with things moving around in there and squishing other things and me having my stomach issues, I was just not having it that morning, and I hate throwing up. I have a panic attack when I throw up, so I was trying everything in my power not to, but it was coming. It was not food. It was first thing in the morning. It was stomach acid, fluid, whatever you like to call it. That's what it was, and it wasn't much, but I did not have a nice, bright, warm welcoming into my second trimester like most people say you do, which I'm perfectly fine with. I told y'all anything can change at any moment, but yeah, that day was not fun. I started experiencing something called lightning crotch. If you don't know what lightning crotch is, pause this video and go Google it. Oh wait, did you Google it? Because a lot of women don't experience lightning crotch until the 3rd trimester. I'm experiencing mine at 12 weeks. I'm just joking, you guys. I really am experiencing lightning crotch sensations. I've talked to my doctor. She confirmed that that's what it was. And it's not that serious to where it's so uncomfortable that I can barely do anything. Pretty sure it's going to get worse, and it is worse in 3rd trimester because things are just crammed in there, but it really wasn't that bad. It was just weird. So it's weird. And if you didn't go Google it, it's just pretty much the baby is pressed up against some nerves and it just shoots little lightning bolts down, really down, low. Hence the name, lightning crotch. That was pretty much it for my 12th week. Moving on to my 13th week, I've noticed that I was really out of breath. I would be talking to Dustin, having a conversation with him, and I would just have to stop and take a breath because I was just out of breath, which is very common in pregnancy. I also noticed that I broke out the worst in my 13th week. I've tried a face wash that I used before, but I haven't used in a long time, and maybe that was it, but I'm chucking it to my 13th week pregnancy hormones because that was the worst I broke out this entire pregnancy, and the worst I broke out in a while. I was walking around like this because I was just so embarrassed. My husband is home, so if you hear his truck or door, that's him. Or my dogs bark and go crazy because they literally can't live without him. Babe! He can't find me. Babe!
What'd you feed you on?
You can come.
Use it.
I'll go use it.
Love you. Come on.
So my next thing I have for 13 weeks was round ligament pain on my right side. So I was feeling just this distinct pulling, pushing motion on my right side of my uterus, like pretty much throughout the day, like it would come and go. And I for sure thought it was the baby. I thought he was just poking me because he is mostly on my right side at all times. But I ended up just Googling it and really just deep diving into research, and I think it was round ligament pain. They say it really does happen more on your right side, but women can feel it all over, which has gone away now, so I really think that that's what it was. And the last thing I had was really popped. So I noticed that the last day of my 13th week is when I was like, whoa, there's a bump there. So on to 14 weeks. My 14th week was a struggle for me. I was having the worst stomach problems I've ever experienced in my life, which I have under control now. I was nauseous, I was getting full really fast, like I would eat a few bites of dinner or whatever, and I would just be so full and nauseous, like I couldn't fit anything in there, and I really couldn't anymore. It just sucked without going into detail. I was just full of it, and I got it under control. Prune juice is not fun, but I did it and I feel better. Also, my linea nigra, I think it's called, extended from, it used to be just from my belly button down. Now it's all the way up. It's not as prominent all the way up past my belly button as it is lower than my belly button, but it's up there. I remember I oil my belly every night. I've been oiling my belly since I found out I was pregnant, and I remember one night I was just oiling it up and I was like, oh no, the line got longer. So it has extended. Also in my 12th week, I had a doctor's appointment, just a normal routine checkup. My next appointment is his anatomy scan, which I think I told in my last video. But the story that I cut out of my last video, I'm gonna say that now because that was when I was 14 weeks. Well, at my doctor's office, every visit they have to find his heartbeat. Whether they do an ultrasound, whether they do a Doppler, like they have to get his heartbeat at every visit, you know, just to be safe. So I'm laying on the bed, we did the Doppler, and she's looking around for him. She finds him on my right side pretty quick. So she gets his heartbeat for about 3 seconds. My son, our son, hits the Doppler. I don't know if he kicked it or when he flipped over to run away from it, his butt hit it, he punched it, I don't know, but all we heard was a big bump and his heartbeat was gone. The nurse looked at me and was like, you don't feel that? And I was like, oh, not really, because I was really trying to pay attention to her finding him. And she's like, he's stubborn. And I just looked at Dessa and I was like, wonderful. Like his mama. But she took another few minutes, maybe 2 or 3 minutes to find him again. He was all the way over on my left side, completely, like all the way over my left side when she found his heartbeat again. And once again, when she found his heartbeat to lock in on it, he ran. He flipped away, he rolled away, he swam away. I don't know what he did, but she didn't have it for longer than 5 seconds. And she told me, she said, he keeps running away from me. He's a little wiggle worm, but I want to get his heartbeat for a few more seconds just to be sure of his beats per minute. So again, she's looking all over my belly, and this time he was smart. He hid from her and she couldn't find him again. And she was like, okay, his heartbeat's 142, that's what it is. We found him twice. He's just a little wiggle worm. So, which I called it at the beginning of my pregnancy, just the stuff and the stretching and the lightning crotch that I was feeling, I knew he was going to be crazy. Because of the stuff that I was experiencing, most women don't experience until they're further along. And yeah, I knew he was going to be cutting flips in there. Which leads me to my last one. I think I'm starting to feel him. I don't feel him all day, every day. I'm starting to feel pokes. And it's not just on my right side like the round ligament pain was. I feel him poking at my left side. I feel him poking in the middle. I feel him poking like kind of on the side of my belly button, like lower than my belly button, of course. I feel him poking on my right side of the uterus. And it's only like a couple. Like he pokes me, like he might be kicking, stretching. I don't know what he's doing in there. Driving a manual car in there. I don't know. He's doing something and I think I feel him. Nurses think it's probably him. I just feel like it's him. Like I said, I don't feel him all day, every day. I know some women don't feel their babies until later on with their first pregnancy, and that's completely normal. But in my case, my son is bonkers, so. Which I'm so grateful for. I can't wait to have his little rambunctious self running around my house. I'm so excited. I'm just so excited for him to be here. Alright, you guys, this is the little bump. I'm standing on my tippy toes right now. This is little baby Saya. I'm sorry I don't match. I was wearing a black shirt today, but it's hard to see him in a black shirt. Gotta stand on my tippy toes because your girl is only 5'2". That's him. So that is it, you guys, for this pregnancy update video. It was definitely more than the last video, of course. But again, I'm so happy and excited and blessed that my pregnancy has been this smooth sailing since I found out I was pregnant. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you have not already. And give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it.